Yo, this is it. I'm Mr. Fate, and you're listening to Attack of the Beats on IllMuzik.com. 5 beats, 5 reviews. That's what I do. And before I get into it, just make sure you check out the beat battles we got going on. There's always like the Beat This competition, Warzone, and everything. But don't forget, there's also Beat It Up and Beat Fights. And the reason why I'm saying this is because for some reason, those who should not be named, right? Those who shall not be named. Something happened, but 2 months ago or something, and since then, I don't know, the participation's kind of gone down a bit or something. I guess it kind of brought like a dark cloud over those battles for some reason. Anyway, so at least go and vote for those battles because I have other battles lined up behind that, so I want to get them up as soon as possible. So if you could take the time, just go and make sure you vote. And also spread the word too. Get some other people to come in, and maybe they'll sign up and vote as well and stuff. And just so we can get some more attention on those battles because they've been sitting there for quite a while. So I want to get those wrapped up. So anyway, all right. So let's get into it. First up, we've got Alum to Artman with Heavy Darkness. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Alum. Is that how I'm saying? I'm saying this properly. Alum to Artman with Heavy Darkness. All right, so for this one, I like the chords on this a lot, and he did a really good job with the overall production of it. You got some great sounds in there with the keys. You know, the synth, the low end is really tight. I like that. All the little sounds here and there, the percussion, and all that. A few things though was that the beat is a minute and 36 seconds, and you used almost a minute just for the the build up before you finally dropped in the beat and stuff. So I would have minimized that somewhat because like I said, it's only a minute and a half, but you got 2 minutes to play with. So now the thing is that this is obviously I'm reviewing the beats, but there's times when the beat fits really well for an MC, let's say, right? So in this case, at first I was like, this would be good with some vocals on top, of course, but as is, it's a really good production. Okay, so but the thing is, if you're going to use it to have with vocals on top, I would say you got to be careful because it's one of those beats where it's like you're like kind of like borderline. You're talking like hip hop into something else now, because don't forget, like we're trying to aim for hip hop beats here. And a lot of times, depending on the type of, plugins you're using or any kind of program you're using, if you're using stock sounds or whatever, a lot of times you might end up, doing something that's, completely opposite of hip hop, something like totally off the rails here. So in this case, I'm not saying that, it's just that like I could see it kind of deviating from it a bit, so just be careful, make sure you stay on the hip hop, in the hip hop realm, let's say, whatever, because obviously this is a high BPM and all that stuff. So, just thinking about vocals and whatnot. But as is, though, the production as is, it's really, really good. I like it. I would definitely use this to shop around, like for selling for like a movie, TV show, or something like that. But for an MC, I don't know. But anyway, the beat overall though, it's a really good beat, and yeah. All right, so next up we've got Beats Galore with the Purge Battle. I missed. Oh, that's what's okay. Yes, okay, you missed the battle. So let's see the Purge beat. Let's check this out.
Announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Commencing at the sirens, any and all crimes, including murders, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes.
All right. Okay, so that was Beats Galore with the Purge Battle I missed. Now I remember that battle. That was really good. You know, that was a good theme. But you know, it was better than the Super Mario theme because that one was just so freaking annoying. But anyway, this beat I like it, man, because I had to play it back again because you had that choir in the background, and then all of a sudden the beat dropped in, right? The drums dropped in, and that kick was so tight, nice and thick. It was really, really good, you know. So I really loved that kick. That was really good. But I like how you kept that choir going all the way through, and then you know you just suddenly have the purge announcement, you know, coming in and stuff. Very like chill but evil beat, you know. So I was really, really feeling this. I noticed how in the background you had some, like, it sounded like some screams or something in the background, very low, and that was cool. But I just wish that you had some spots where you put it like a lot louder or something like that, or just had like a random scream come in or something, you know. Although you did have like the gun cocking and all that stuff, that was cool too. But I wanted to hear a bit more of the screaming and stuff because the one in the background was like really, really low and stuff. But yeah, and then about halfway through when you brought in those keys, that was a surprise because now you go from this evil beat to something pretty smooth, you know. Like, so it's kind of weird because I'm imagining like this in the movie. How would this, like, what scene would that be in the movie where you go for something evil, all of a sudden you got this like smooth music, and what's going on, you know? So obviously it's not a love making scene because it's the purge, although that would be kind of weird. But anyway, but yeah, so yeah, it's a dope beat, but like I said, just maybe a little more loud screaming or something, and you'd be good to go. All right, so next up we got Mr. Sin with Biblical. Let's check it out.
I'm going to bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's got to be biblical. It's got to be biblical. It's got to be biblical. It's got to be biblical.
All right. Okay, so that was Mr. Sin with Biblical. All right, so first of all, props on that intro. That was dope. That was really dope. But when the beat dropped in, I was hoping it would be like something hype, but no, still it was a chill. It's a chill beat. I like it. I like the vinyl crackle that you have and all that. And I like the sample. Very, very good. And I also like that you have some random sounds coming floating through in and out and stuff. And that's what you got to do with a beat like this, because I'm guilty of something like this too, where you have a beat like this where it's just like the same loop over and over, and that's just the way some beats turn out, right? That's just how it happens with certain samples or whatever you're doing. So in this case, it's kind of like the same thing over and over. So what I would have done too, though, is I have like a part where because you have that beginning part with the movie sample with the guy talking, like have a little part where you just kind of like break the beat down, like you just kind of like break it down, or just have like a stop, or at least on the drums or something, and then you have the guy talking something else or something like that. Just something like that to give it a bit of variety, give it a bit of a break, because the thing with beats like that is that they're great, but especially when you have vocals on top, so you have a rapper or something, right? So of course, we're not looking for that in this competition here, but still, that's the type of beat that it is, so in this case, put some vocal stuff from a movie or something, there's nothing wrong with that, but yeah, anyway, I like it. It's dark, it's gritty, it's got that vinyl feel, and just a little bit of a break, and you'll be good to go. All right, so next up we've got Papa's Beats with BBC Orchestra. Every time I see BBC, I just have to laugh. Anyway, all right, so let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Papa's Beats with BBC Orchestra. All right. So I'm listening to the strings at the beginning, and they sounded very, very clean. And just saying, for my preference, what I like to do is try to dirty it up somewhat. And I'm trying to remember the plugin I have. I think it's just called Synth Warmer or something like that. I have to look it up. But sometimes I use that because it just kind of muffles the VST somewhat. It just kind of gives a bit of like a layer of dirt, if you will, type of thing. Because that's one of the issues I always have with plugins, is that they're just a little too clean for my liking. So in your case, I'm just saying that because I just heard it just sound very clean. I don't know if you want to use that or not, but anyway, but still, it's something to consider for anybody listening. But yeah, I like the beat. I like where you're going with it. I like the chords. They were a little, different than I was expecting, but it worked out really, really well. I think the only issue I had really was the low end, because especially when you had the for the 808, for example, it's weird. It was just kind of resonating up really high in the headspace. I don't know. It's just it just didn't, maybe EQ'd it a certain way. I don't know, but it just felt like the low end wasn't where it was supposed to be. I don't know. I'm listening to it on headphones, so it's like that's what I felt. I just felt like there was too much in the highs, like the mid highs or something like that. And it's weird for the 808 to be like that. So I don't know. You have to tell me what you did, man. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, for you and for anybody else, yeah, check out. I'll post it. I'll post it when I post this. This show is. I think it's just synth warmer, but yeah, it's just something to kind of like give the your synth some sort of dirtiness to it or whatever. Just kind of muffle it a bit. Yeah, they should do that in the plugins. They should have an option like for all plugins, basically, where you just kind of have like a dirty mode or something. I don't know, do something like that, because sometimes they're a little too clean, so. But I'm rambling. All right, so next up we got the last beat. It's Skid Flow with Believe It. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Skid Flow with Believe It. All right, so for this one, I like this a lot, actually, because it just has so much potential. You're not there yet. It just has a lot of potential. And it's interesting because it's just like, it's so weird. It's just like, it's good, but there's just a lot of things that could be changed, so for example, the first thing I would do is the kick. I think it needs to be EQ'd properly. I just find it's a little too punchy, I would say, to go with that snare or whatever. But maybe just thickened up a bit, not sounding so flat. And with the horns, I would definitely put some delay on that, especially the one on the right, because that just stops abruptly. But you clearly have your hook and your chorus, so that's really, really good. I like where you're going with it. I think after all that, you just need to add like some sort of lead, because what you have is good. It's just kind of empty in some spaces, I find. I think if you had some sort of lead, not necessarily like a synth or something, but just maybe like even just a Rhodes or something, just do something like that, just to carry the whole beat, and have what you have right now would be everything would just be chilling in the background, and have the Rhodes as your lead or something, so try something like that, because right now you have, like I said, I just find like it just kind of screams like, hey, I need some help here with these certain spots, so but yeah, it does sound really good. I just think that you need to, make some adjustments and stuff, and definitely start with the kick though. Yeah, because I like it. It's just a little too punchy and flat sounding for my liking, but I would try to thicken it up somewhat, and just kind of maybe even the hat too, like kind of like bring it a little more, because it's kind of like it needs more life to it, if you will. So, but anyway, try that and see how it turns out. All right, so that's it from me. I'm Mr. Fade. This is Attack of the Beats. Keep sending your beats in. I'll keep reviewing them. And my favorite beat is, the winner is, drum roll please, Beats Galore with the Purge Battle I Missed. Let's check it out.
Announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Commencing at the sirens, any and all crimes, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes.